Just speak some truths, if you don't mind, please. Because my understanding, based on reports I'm getting from campaigns and communities, is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly.
Please do.
And say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences, who's had to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land and is putting forward concrete proposals to directly address the things that are vital in our neighborhoods and our communities, from housing to making sure that our mothers and our fathers and our grandparents can afford medicine, and making sure that we are dealing with prices that are too high and rents that are too high, and are committed to making sure that we maintain the Affordable Care Act so everybody's got help here, and cares about things like education and entrepreneurship in our neighborhoods. And that's on one side. And on the other side, you have someone who has consistently shown disregard, not just for the communities, but for you as a person. And you're thinking about sitting out? But, you know, Cousin Pookie might be.
Not Pookie.
And you're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses. I've got a problem with that. Because part of it makes me think, and I'm speaking to men directly, part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president.
Let's talk about it.
And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that. And so now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is? Putting women down? That's not acceptable. That's not, this shouldn't even be a question.
Wow.
It's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable.
The fact that he was able to just communicate that message as clearly.
My bad, y'all. As he did. Yeah.
Like, we talk about vulnerability, right? Like, that's special. The way that he communicated that message, whether you agree with it or not, right? Like, he came into like he was at some type of rally or campaign headquarters or something, and like he's in a room of people that he's talking about, right? So it's like, because how many people would be? Let's be real, right? How many people would be scared to like go into a room, right, of the people that you're talking about and be as direct and like, I got something on my chest y'all finna hear this.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think it was good that he did it because it's also a lot of black men do not have that male figure in the household to talk to
Right.
them about
Right.
those issues that he was bringing up. Like, I agree with him. I find that a lot of men find excuses on why they don't want to vote for her because she's a woman.
Right.
And so I'm not going to vote for her, but I'm not going to vote for him. So I'll probably just sit out. And just like he said, that is like, you think that's a sign of strength? No. Like, that's what a lot of black men do,
Right.
even in the workplace and at home.
Right.
If I don't say anything, then that lets me know we ain't got to talk about it, and I'm not going to talk about it, and I'm a man about this.
Right.
So I'm going to just sit and be quiet. When that's not, you opening up, that's strength.
Right. Yeah. How do you feel about having a female leader?
I love having a female leader.
You do?
Why?
Yeah, I think I've had I've had all kind of leaders, right? But I think having a female leader, because I'm so strong or like direct, a female leader helps me balance out, like, I hate to say like unnecessary conversations, but like the emotions of everything. Because I make business decisions. I don't make emotional or like
Or logical.
like so like. It's not saying that female leaders are emotional, because they're
Right.
not, right? But what they have a viewpoint of how somebody is feeling.
In that,
They're more in
in that
touch.
moment.
They're more in tune.
because it's like we can teach you how it can always not about what you're saying. It's all
Right.
about your delivering your approach.
Right. Right.
So let me show you how to navigate that so they don't feel some type of way
Right.
about you being their executive leader.
Yep.
So with that, it goes back to that question for you to be more open with your direct reports.
Yeah.
So
I asked that question because it's a lot of men out here, who struggle with women in authority. Particularly think about even an election. And I'm gonna be real. I kind of struggle with some of that. Yeah. Yeah. And it's not a downplay on women. Like in my case, more so maybe some brokenness there. Maybe because my dad was in my life, but I was in a broken home, so it was mostly my mom. You know what I mean? So I think I might feel some way because I came from that. You know what I mean? And I saw the barrier that she carried. Raising me, working 2 jobs, stuff like that.
So with that, she didn't, I'm not saying that she didn't, but just to ask her, was there a safe space for you to be open about your feelings with your mom? So what did you do with that?
No, so that's the thing. It wasn't because her carrying the burden, right? It caused her to be more emotionally heightened and sometimes intense,
On edge.
and kind of lash out. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. No disrespect to my mom or my dad.
Right.
They was young when they had me, man. 18 and 21. Like I wouldn't know what to do with a kid at 18 and 21. But she was really intense, and I think too, when I can't speak for a woman, but I feel like when a woman is carrying all of that, there is some resentment towards a man. And then when you're raising a man, you kind of feel that, you know what I mean? So it leaves some residue feelings there, you know what I mean? And some brokenness. No, I don't think so. I'm gonna stop using trauma too. I'm gonna stop using that. Just emotions that was unattended, that I may have had or have. You feel me? So when we talk about now a female leader, some of those things kind of, come back up.
So now that we're older, how do black men reclaim that space?
I don't know. I think we had an example.
Obama.
Yeah.
And the space that he created for young black men or men in general to ask the question, what is the resistance there
Right.
to not vote for Kamala?
Oh yeah. Even this is from I think this is from Global News.
Mm-hmm.
And the headline reads, Obama criticizes black. Why they put it like that?
But I don't and see. I don't know why that one is like that, because the one that I said, it was like Obama calls out black men for hesitance with Harris.
Wow.
You're thinking about sitting out, and why
Yeah.
is that?
I don't think, see, Obama criticizes black men who aren't supporting Harris, not acceptable. I don't even think it's criticizing. See, and here's the thing, like, people like me need to see this, and I don't see it as criticizing. I see it as him being an example of what a leader truly is.
That what it looks like to open up about your feeling,
Right.
about your community,
Yep.
man to man.
Right, man to man, like, yo, it's okay, you
Yeah.
know, let your guards down. And mostly we got our guards up.
Yeah.
You feel me? Again, going back to me being raised by my mom, and you know, again, my dad was there. Not saying he wasn't, but you know,
That's interesting. Why do you have your guard up when you was? Yeah, just
Well,
we gonna get into it.
Yeah,
We gonna get into it.
I got a theory. Well, before I say that, I will say also, this is why this is kind of plays into the vulnerability piece too,
right,
because it kind of like it's like the trust piece of like Obama's a politician,
right,
so like he's supposed to say that as well. He's
But
supposed to say, because like he's like his goal is to get votes.
mm-hmm.
That's his goal, right? So, and I'm not saying he's wrong by any means, right? I think I agree with him probably more than I disagree, right? But it's also, that's his job, is to
Right.
sell us on
right,
going out and voting for this person as well.
I get that it's his job. I understand that, but also the problem that we're having right now is that black men are sitting out because it's her. Like he said, y'all wasn't feeling this way when I was running.
right.
Y'all had the energy and ready to go vote, standing out on the street, selling shirts, doing all this. Where is that energy for her?
Right. So to your point, you are a salesman too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But would I not buy a car from you because you're a salesman?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's the
That's
person.
that's what you got to move past though. Is like, okay, is it like?
It's the person
We
you
all
are.
sell.
Yeah.
We sell, like right now we're selling people to listen to us right now.
Right.
Like that's just the reality. That's what it.
But the reason I will buy from you is because I know you're passionate about what you do. You see what I'm saying? That's how I feel about Barack. Like, that's why he got my vote. I think he was the first president I was ever able to get the vote. Yeah, and that set precedence for me. Like after that, I'm like, bro, I don't even know.
Not just playing. I'm just playing.
Nah, I ain't saying that now, but I'm just saying, I'm like, bro, I don't even know, bro, because he set the precedence. Like he was so compassionate, you know, he was so passionate about what he do, you know, or whatever. But
Here's my theory.
yeah, go ahead.
Here's my theory. I got a question.
Okay.
I guess in general, but more specifically, black households. What's the divorce rate, or the broken family rate, or like
I don't
how many
know.
people are actually together?
I don't know
It's probably pretty low. I'm gonna say low, but like it ain't high.
that the people are together. Or
Like,
not
like
together?
naturally, the divorce rate is what 50%,
51.
51%,
Yeah,
and it's probably low. It's probably higher
in the black
in
community.
our community.
Yeah, we probably the majority.
Right.
Yeah,
So when you think about it, and some of the things,
unless you're Caribbean. That's. But anyway, go ahead. Never mind. Caribbean, they different.
okay,
Create opportunities.
so you think about it from that perspective. When you talked about your experience,
Right.
and it's kind of like that trauma or whatever you want to call it. More men were raised in single family homes,
For real.
or not just single family, single mothers, and they have some type of whatever woman in leadership issues from their
Right.
childhood.
Yeah.
So I really think that's the reason why. Because I don't feel that way.
Because you had a balance.
Yeah, like my parents were together until like what, 5th grade, and then I probably was with my mom for like a year,
Right.
and then I was with my dad.
Right.
So I don't have an issue with like female leadership, but I do understand though, like some men do have a issue with female leadership, and it could be because of the
Household.
and how they grew up.
Right.
So I think y'all you have a point there.
And to add on to your theory too,